Hey everyone, I just realized that it's been a very long time since I put up a vlog of any kind. My red camera that I had been using to do all my vlogs with is now with my mother-in-law. She needed it, and it's her camera in her defense, so don't think that she was being cruel and taking it away from me. It's her camera. I used to have a little white camera, but it doesn't work anymore. It's like 5 years old, so I just need to take some time, save up a little bit of money, and probably hit Best Buy and get myself a new camera so that I can start vlogging because I really I enjoyed that. My daughter and I did a trip to the butterfly garden, the World Birding Center out on Raul Longoria here in Edinburgh, and I had such a blast. I don't remember where I put that footage. I'm gonna try to find it and maybe put something out for you guys this week since I have spring break off um, from school. So I have a little bit more time on my hands than I normally do. But I just wanted to take a moment and I guess give you all a quick verbal update. Not that I have a whole ton of people watching, but you know, mostly for my sister, who I know she loves YouTube, and for the like two or three online friends who follow me. So I guess the first thing to update is school work, work, which is school. It has been going fantastic. It's stressful, of course. There's a lot going on and a lot to do, and especially with the state assessments coming up right now, it's stressful, and I can see it on the kids' faces, and I can see it on the other teachers' faces, and I can feel it in myself. You know, as I'm sure you can hear, I've got little booger issues. So I'm starting to come down with something. Hopefully, I can nip it in the bud and be back to 100% come Monday. So yeah, stress can make you sick. I started feeling this way Saturday, maybe. Started with a little bit of a scratchy throat on Friday, full scratchy throat Saturday, and then woke up this morning and just couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe from my nose. It was unpleasant to say the least. So, yeah, I realized that I haven't exercised at all in quite a long time, and that's bad for you. I've been watching Corey, Dude Like Hella, and Caters on 7. Finally got caught back up with their stuff, and they reminded me that yeah, you have to work out. You have to get that endorphin rush that comes from adrenaline, and that's been sorely lacking in my life. And I've noticed it in my attitude. I'm not quite as happy for long stretches of time as I used to, and it's not as quick for me to bounce back from things. So I'm gonna try to find a way to work it in my schedule and try to work out. If I just get back to my schedule, if I just wake up at 5 o'clock every morning like I used to, and instead of spending 30 minutes laying in bed going, I should get up and do a little bit of morning yoga. I started the year that way. My back wasn't hurting. I had a lot of energy. I felt really great about myself for the start of the day. So I need to get back to that. Um, yeah, so I need to get back to doing that. Especially as summer comes up because I'm not going to know what to do with myself over the summer. I'm going to have 2 months of nothing. It's going to be so boring. Um, take off the glasses. The glare's starting to get to me. So yeah, I'm probably going to be going back to skating during the summer and take some time to really focus on my objective trackers and really be ready to go next year. I'm spending some time doing that this week. Yay! Chapter 7. Found some cool videos on to pull for my students and so we can watch it, and hopefully I can do that for the whole unit, and that would be ultra cool. I'm sure that they would love it. And it'd really make them understand the concept that we're about to go into next. I'm nervous about it because I don't know if they know it. It's it's weird. Um, I've always been in the position of remedial teaching or tutoring or supplemental, which means these are skills that the person already knows or knows slightly incorrectly or forgot or just needs some support. They're not completely brand new things. And now, as the teacher, these skills are brand new things for them. And I'm completely responsible of presenting it in such a way, and I still find myself having trouble realizing this is the first time they've ever seen these things, and that's a scary amount of responsibility. I mean, I'm up for it. I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm just saying that it's occurred to me that amount of responsibility and what that really means, and just how serious and how much I need to knuckle down and make sure that they don't ever need remediation or tutoring. That's not realistic. Of course, they're going to need remediation and tutoring because they're going to forget. I needed tutoring when I went back to college, lived in the tutoring facility. But if I can give them this core foundation, then their tutoring and their remediation and their support will just be that support. It won't be a complete reteach or a teach from scratch, because I've had a few of those as students before, and those were always the hard ones and always left me wondering, what on earth? What on earth? Yeah. On the mush front, how much time do I have left? Okay. On the mush front, the superhero story chatter that I was on with Kal-El went down. I wasn't online. I don't really know what happened. I got some, third hand, he said, she said stories. Not really worth going into, but needless to say, it went down, and I'm fairly sad about it because I was really enjoying the development with Cal and getting to know him better through roleplay. And I know that I'm not a comic book aficionado. I don't, as you can see, my bare walls behind me. I don't have bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves of comic book stores. I don't frequent comic book stores. I don't frequent comic book sites or forums or anything of that nature online. I occasionally watch superhero cartoons. Love, love, love Justice League before it went unlimited. Enjoyed Batman, the 90s Batman cartoons, and some of the Superman animated series, and especially when they hooked those two up, which Hollywood needs to figure out how to do. Absolutely adored them. And I know that that was part of the reason the staffers didn't like me as much as I think they could have. I think it was less me and more the lack of knowledge that I had. And that's unfortunate because I really enjoyed him, and I know he was a much more Christopher Reeve movie version of their favorite Boy Scout than what they may have wanted, but that was what I was familiar with, and that's what I was basing on, and I'm sad that it went down before I had a chance to really get a feel for the character the way I think that they wanted him done. Same goes with the Transformers mush that I was on. I picked up Bumblebee, who is my absolute favorite. He's a gem. He's so adorable. And I really, really, really enjoyed what they did with him in the movies, especially the starting movies. And I was 5, 6 years old when the original cartoons came out, and I stopped watching right around the dinosaur robots because that made my head hurt. Why on earth would a super advanced race of robots transform into prehistoric, pre-human, ancient, extinct Earth animals. Just, it did weird things to my brain. So I stopped watching. And I didn't even realize they had a comic book out. And of course, the staff there wanted um, the original cartoon version of Bumblebee, which I did not apply for. Oh, I've got something in my eye. I didn't apply for. I applied for this hybrid mix between what they told me he was, what little bits I could remember from the cartoon, and heavy, heavy doses of the movies, which at the start they told me was okay, and come to find out no one wanted to interact with me because it wasn't the Bumblebee that they were used to. And it all happened about the same time with Colin, so I walked away from that mush, and I'm sad because they seemed like really nice people, but if I can't play the way I want and give them what they want, then we need to end it. Same thing with the how to say this politically correct in 3.5 minutes without my students getting upset. Alternative lifestyle chatter, a very interesting place. um, I was having some disagreements with I guess with myself. One of the players there, just the way they would pose whenever they were on, it would set my teeth on edge. And I didn't really agree with their philosophies and things, so I had to hang up my cape, as it were, and walk away from that one too. Which is sad because I got to have Call back, and I miss him because he's such a sweetheart. Anyone who knows Superman history, except for Young Justice. Don't get me started on Young Justice. I can't believe what they did to him. And I think that the boys are back from the store, which is really fast because they left like 30 minutes ago, and that's boys shop fast. Anyway, we're having a family barbecue tonight. So I think that's all that's running in my head. I should jot these down, write a list, so that I know my talking points before I get started. All organized and stuff. So anyway, since it sounds like the boys are done shopping, because boys shop fast, I'm going to go ahead and end this here at about 13 minutes of the 15 allotted by YouTube. And I'll keep chatting another day. And I really, really need to remember what Mr. Williams says, and that is, you gotta stay positive. And I think once I get my eating and my exercise back on track, then I'll feel better, and then I'll be more positive. Anyway, peace out.